Hi everyone, so today in this video we are going to see food poisoning. So food poisoning is nothing but that is also caused by microbes only, okay? So how this is going to, how you know? So you have seen that sometimes you or your surrounding people, they are going to get vomiting, okay? And they are taken to the hospitals or they are going to get some loose motions, okay? And they said the person going to meet that doctor. What happens, the doctor is going to say it is nothing but due to food poison he got vomitings or hallucinations or the. So you all know that how this food is going to get poisoned, okay? So food poisoning could be due to the consumption of food spoiled by some microorganisms, okay? Food poisoning is nothing but what spoiled food is taken due to some other harmful microbes, okay? Unknowingly we are going to take the food and that food contains some harmful microorganisms that causes vomiting and some other sensations in our body, okay? Toxic is nothing but poisonous substances, okay? So the microorganisms are going to act upon the food and that food is going to become poisonous, and when this food is eaten by person, the person is going to get some illness or it also causes the death also. So it is very important to make sure that whatever food we are going to eat is not going to be spoiled. So how food is preserved? Okay, food preservation. So in your previous chapter we have learned that how the uh, grains or the food is stored in the food is stored, okay? So how do we preserve cooked food at home? We are going to keep in some refrigerator, right? You need to know that bread left unused under moist condition is attacked by fungus. So after, if you keep the bread for many days in your home, what happens? You are going to see there is a growth on the bread, okay? So that means what? The bread is spoiled and it contains microorganism, okay? So that kind of food you are not going to eat it. So and the spoiled food, what happens, the spoiled food is going to smell bad and the taste is also changed and the color of the food is also changed, okay? How can you say that the food is spoiled? First thing is smells, you are going to get the bad smell. Another thing is color changes and the taste of the food is also changed, okay? So how we are going to preserve the food? We are having some methods to preserve the food. So first method is chemical method. By using some chemicals you are going to preserve or store the food without spoiling it, okay? Salts and edible oils are common chemicals generally used to check the growth of the microorganisms, okay? So this salt and edible oils. So have you seen in your houses the pickles? Okay, the pickles which you are going to eat it, they contain salt and oil. Okay, so these two things are the preservatives, we can call it as preservative, that help to preserve the food, okay, without spoiling. So to the pickles we are going to add salt and some acid preservatives to prevent from the attack of the microbes. So the chemicals like sodium benzoate and sodium metasulfate bisulfite are common preservatives. Okay, the two chemicals we are going to use is nothing but sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfite. These are the two chemical preservatives which are used in jams and squashes to check their spoilage, okay? So if you see some squashes in the market, what happens, they are stored for many days, and jam bottles also you are going to see that they are not spoiled, okay, even they kept for many days because of they used some preservative. So if you check the bottle ingredients also you are going to see used under some preservatives, you are going to see such kind of caption there, okay? And then next, how the preservation is done by some common salt. Common salt has been used to preserve meat and fish for ages, okay? So to preserve the meat and fish, we are going to use the salt. Okay, common salt is nothing but the salt which we are going to use in our houses. Okay, so meat and fish are covered with dry salt to check the growth of the bacteria. Salting is also used to preserve amla, raw mangoes, tamarind, etc. Okay, to preserve these amla, raw mangoes and tamarind, these salt is used. Okay, next you can preserve the food by the sugar also. Jams, jellies, squashes are preserved by sugar reduces the moisture content and it inhibits is nothing but stops it stops the growth of bacteria that spoil the food. Okay, in jams and squashes you are going to use the sugar, and in to preserve the meat and fish we are going to use the common salt. And in now how the food is prepared, preserved by oil and vinegar we are going to see. So use of oil and vinegar prevents spoilage of the pickles because the bacteria cannot live in such environment. Okay, there will be no growth in such condition where oil and vinegar are used. So vegetables, fruits, fish and meat are often preserved by this method. Next, heat and cold treatment. Okay, by using heat and cold treatment also we are going to preserve the food. So you observed that your mother is going to boil milk before it is stored or used. Why? Because to kill the germs or the bacteria which are present in the milk. Boiling kills many microorganisms. So as earlier we said that boiled water or boiled drinking water we have to drink it so that you are not going to get the diseases, as the microbes are going to killed by boiling the food items. So and you are in the similarly in the same manner, you observed that your mother is going to keep the food items in the refrigerator in your fridge. Okay, low temperature inhibits the growth of the microorganisms. So if you kept the food items in the refrigerator, even though the food is not going to spoil. And have you seen that in few milk packets are not spoiled, even they are not kept in fridge or they kept in normal to the normal temperature also the milk is not spoiled. Okay, why? Because the milk is pasteurized. So what is this pasteurization? Pasteurization is nothing but the milk is heated to about 70 degrees Celsius for 15 to 30 seconds and then suddenly chilled and stored. Okay. So pasteurized milk can be consumed without boiling as it is free from harmful microbes. So whenever milk is brought to your home, first thing what you are going to do, you are going to boil the milk and then you are going to drink it. But pasteurized milk can be taken directly. Why? Because the milk industries, what they are going to do, they are going to boil the milk at 70 degrees Celsius for 15 to 30 seconds and then it is suddenly chilled and stored. Chilled is nothing but cooled. Okay, by doing it, so what happens, it prevents the growth of the microbes. And this process was discovered by a person called as Louis Pasteur. So his name is Louis Pasteur, so he called that process as the pasteurization. Okay. So next, storage and packing of the food. These days, dry fruits and even vegetables are sold in sealed tight packets to prevent the attack of the microbes. So if you see that in market, we have seen that the dry fruits, almonds or the cashews, whatever, or the raisins, all are packed in a tight sealed package. Why? Because to prevent the microbes. And some vegetables also packed in the vegetables and fruits are also packed in some packets. Okay, sealed airtight packets to prevent the microbes. So thank you for watching the video. In next video we are going to see nitrogen fixation. For more videos please subscribe the channel.